now we can go live. Thank you. Thank you, computer.
Sounds like
good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again, the Moderns of Gaming. I'm your host, Kaiju K, and with me is my other host, Deathgasm. Another host, Necronick.
Hello.
Another host, I think that's subliminal. I'm not 100% sure right now. It could be Fabio.
He was having a stroke, so are you calling him stroke?
Yet another host, Mom Bear Maxie. Another host, Rebel Vanity. And not last and least, because I'm still the least, Juggernaut Jared, the final host.
You're not the least.
You're not the least.
My diet is making me feel like it right now. I am super cranky. I'm not used to eating such small portions. Anyways, tonight we're gonna go with something we all love. Everyone in the world loves them. Even the people who say they're peaceful love them, and if they don't say it, then they're lying to themselves. We're talking about weapons, preferably fictional weapons. Now, these fictional weapons can come from any form of media. It can be comic books. It can be... My phone froze again. Hang on a second. My phone is... It can be from comic books, animes, etc. The rules are very simple. One, you have to actually be able to wield it. None of us are superhuman. None of us are going to be bench pressing Mjolnir over our heads and beating people with them. Two, no weapons that have a specific requirement. For instance, Excalibur requires you to be a true king. Well, guess what? None of us are kings. Or queens. Queens? Queens? None of us are queens. Necro? Queens? Kings? Understand?
Not that I'm aware of.
And finally, weapons of war such as a tank or a plane are on the table, provided you would have the capabilities of piloting it yourself. Now, we're going to make it a little caveat and say that we actually learned how to move the vehicle by ourselves.
I mean, that's what
in massive
YouTube's for
space.
anyways.
What's that?
That's what YouTube's for anyways.
Right. A massive Star Destroyer that requires hundreds of people to run doesn't work. But a Gundam requires one person, and that works. Now, that being said, this idea was brought to us by Deathgasm. The secret caveat I didn't say to anyone is, you're wielding these weapons right now. So you only have as much room as you can think you can carry in whatever type of equipment you would be wearing at the time. I mean, obviously, someone like me would probably be in a military ruck suit, a molly pack on my back, but different people have different ideas. So, Deathgasm, bring us down. What's the first weapon you're bringing to the battlefield? What we got coming at us?
I'm gonna go to destroy all humans and take the anal probe.
Why the anal probe?
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that one? It sounded like you said destroy all humans, alien probe gun.
What a probe?
Anal probe.
Oh, Alien vs. Predator?
No.
What?
He said alien destroy all humans.
The anal probe.
I was hoping he wasn't saying. All right. So we have a homing weapon that literally climbs up somebody's arse. Okay. Now suddenly the cerebral bore doesn't sound like such a bad idea. All right. Deathgasm. Why would you want to be wielding this weapon?
What if you accidentally misfire?
What if you misfire? You're in trouble.
I guess that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Oh, he's gonna take it all right. He'll take it all right. All right, we're gonna follow the list that I have currently on camera. So next up will be Juggernaut Jared. Juggernaut, what kind of weapon of war are you coming? And remember, watch your ass, literally.
The Death Note.
Oh, man.
Ooh. The Death Note is technically a weapon. It's able to perform killing blows. And in fact, it's able to do it any way Juggernaut can imagine, as long as it's written down within, I believe, 10 seconds? 3 seconds? Something like that. Like, you have a time limit to write it down. I can't remember what the time limit is. I mean, that's a pretty effective weapon as long as you know the person's actual name. Which is great. Except, he's got to be kind of careful, because I don't know if he knows everyone here's full names. Still, it could definitely get rid of a few pesky nobles. I can see Mr. Biden disappearing real quick. Alright, so next up is a blue screen. That's not Mama Bear. Who's that?
To you.
That's me. Oh, that's me. That's me! Oh! Hi, guys! I'm an idiot. How y'all doing?
I mean, to be fair,
Good, blue screen. How are you? Do you know what you want? You're a blue screen now.
I'm a blue screen.
I mean-
I forgot to turn my camera on. My camera is on.
isn't that
is
technically
on.
the logo for OBS or something like that?
That's the
it is.
OBS software. That's the OBS software. Right, so I'm going to go with a different kind of weapon off the bat. We have something that's going to go up your arse, which is unkind. We got something that's going to find your name. I'm going to go back to a game a lot of people don't know about. It's a game called Lost Planet. On Lost Planet, you had access to a weapon called the Chameleon Grenade. Well, this was a little device that you could throw and it would camouflage itself to look around the area. Basically, it was a proximity mine or a detonatable mine, depending on how you threw it. The camera's on it so you could see everything that was going on in the area, and you could detonate it whenever you felt like. You could have up to 5 at a time, covering 5 different areas. I feel that that could be a really useful tool, taking care of people who be, I don't know, trying to shoot something up my butt, or perhaps trying to read and find out my name. Next up is the ever color-changing Necro Nick. I guess my chameleon grenade kind of pointed him out. What kind of weapon of war are you bringing, and be careful what you're wearing for pants. I would suggest careful on my plate.
I'm gonna go with a oldish game
Okay.
by the name of Dead Space.
Uh-oh.
Not the
He
finger
might have
gun,
one of mine
right?
on the list.
You're not getting the finger gun, are you?
Well, technically that is an illegal weapon, but we'll see what he's got.
No, I'm going to bring the cutting gun. I forget the main gun that you get.
Oh, the plasma cutter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very effective weapon. Okay, well, my grenades are not going to save me. Jared, better be careful that book doesn't get cut in half, but you still got to watch your butt. Next up on my chopping block is the first of the females of this group, unless people consider other members that way, the Rebel Vanity, who keeps disappearing and reappearing, like some kind of spooky ghost monster. Hi! Hi! Hello?
Eh,
Your weapon, please.
baby, you're in a bad spot. Move over.
She's 11.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told her to move. Hold on, I got you.
Hold on, I got you. What am I holding on to?
Your jock strap.
I'm Commando.
Are you still lagging?
I mean, there is a weapon down there, but I don't think it's going to kill anybody.
Now it's not lagging.
It might create life, but it ain't going to kill it. Hey, Rebel.
Oh.
Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Oh, they're both frozen now.
Skynet's taken them both. Skynet has taken them.
Y'all need to move to a different part of the house.
I don't wanna.
There we go. Now I can hear him. I can hear him now. He's on the move.
Still cannot hear Rebel. Yeah.
He's probably told us the grandest details about this awesome weapon, and we just can't hear it.
So I'm pretty sure she was gonna mention something about the X-Blade from Kingdom Hearts.
All right, well, that actually fits 2 big categories right there. That's both a physical weapon as well as a magical weapon. It's also a casting tool. So that gives her a lot of capabilities all in one. Plus, to be honest with you guys, it gives her flight. You guys might not know that about the X-Blade, but it does contain flight capabilities, which means we have our first airborne enemy now. And unfortunately, my grenades are land-based. So I sure as hell ain't going to win that fight. Jared could still probably see her. And I remember the Cerebral War being able to chase people up over roofs. So it's not going to protect her from that one. And of course, Necro Nix has a rather short range, but don't get too close or you'll be missing parts. That being said, our resident Fabio over here. Fabio, Subliminal!
Alright,
Flow here. Flip your hair, man. Flip your hair. Go on. Flip the hair for the camera. Look it. Let's see. Yeah! Fabio, right there. All right. So what are you bringing to this weaponized war?
Now the question is does it have to only be one weapon? Because you did say whatever you could carry, right?
Well, we're only doing one at a time.
One at a time. Okay.
One at a time.
I was gonna be.
Let's not put our whole load on the ground here. All right.
I was gonna do.
You gotta let it last.
I was gonna do the belt of the Del Toro, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't know the weaponized parts of it. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go the wizard route and get a wand from Harry Potter.
There you go. Wands are an effective tool. They have many uses, both in the books and not. If you ever get a chance, folks, just go to the Harry Potter Magic Wiki page and just see how many different spells there are. I mean, there's some that are considered non-lethal that will be quite lethal in reality. All right? There's one that will push somebody back 40 feet. That's right over a cliff. Have you ever been knocked back 40 feet? You will not get back up after that hit. Just saying. All right, last but definitely not least, Mama Bear. We have magic. We have grenades. We have something going towards you behind. What kind of weapon are you bringing to this battle?
Multiple behinds, I'll have you know. Because once you upgrade that gun,
Phaser from Star Trek.
Ooh, that's a nice one. The phaser has several advantages. It's very lightweight. The ammunition is quite large. In fact, it can actually recharge if not used over time. It has multiple settings between organic and inorganic. It can be used to blow holes in walls, through your chest, or just stun or hurt somebody. Plus, like I said, out of all of our weapons, save for Jared's and mine, pretty lightweight. And doesn't require a lot of focus to use. Wands, they kind of do require some focus.
You know, yeah, but see, Kaiji, the best part about the wand is I could make it so I could put anything into a backpack and be able to pull it out at any time. So technically,
all right, that gives you a huge advantage. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying, like, in terms of simple use, phasers literally push a button. Like, seriously, just push button. Does not really require aim, because it's a straight beam of light. Kind of hard to dodge that. That being said, let's go to round 2. Okay, so, you got something going up people's butts. Please tell me you don't have any other orifice clogging weaponry. Yes,
Oh, God, the smile.
Remember to be careful, because if a melee opponent gets on you and you have no melee capabilities, you're pretty much effed.
yeah, but I have that taken care of with this one. The Samus suit.
What?
The Samus suit. It's technically a weapon because of the gun attached. Yeah, the Samus suit.
So the power armor, yes.
Yeah.
Right? We have our first armored suit, yes. Not only does the power suit give him several advantages, including high jumping capabilities, near infinite flight, momentarily invincibility, high speed capabilities, but able to fire a myriad of different weapons from the cannon, including frost, armor piercing, or even missiles and gigantic super missiles. The downside to the armor for this young gentleman is one thing: he cannot use any of the ball forms. Doesn't mean he can't do everything else, though. And the only reason why I say this is because Samus, she's not human. She had her DNA altered so she could curl up into the ball. Unfortunately, we're humans, but that doesn't stop him from putting a super missile right up your arse. Oh crap! He's going for the arse again!
The missiles, though. Because the anal probe's the ultimate weapon here. Because it being full maxed, I shoot once, it hits 3 of you. And you're instantly dead.
Well, we haven't gotten to the rest of the tools of war, my friend. You may want to be careful, because unfortunately, Samus,
like a butt plug that seals around your body.
Well, technically, I do have something similar to that, but we'll get on to that in a second. Now, the problem is Samus' suit does suffer from 2 large flaws. These large flaws are very hard to overcome. One of them is really easy to overcome. It actually has very poor resistances to the cold. Actually, the suit will actually power down.
Like Tony Stark's suit.
What?
Basically like Iron Man suit.
Right. Extremely low temperatures can disable the weapon systems and will eventually freeze up the suit. So if anyone has any kind of cryo-based weapon somewhere in the future that they haven't mentioned yet, he's fine. The other problem with it is something that unfortunately he cannot stop from several of the key members here. The suit has already seen how it affects against magic. It has no defense against magic. It cannot protect against magic. It's actually been proven that it has no defense towards magic. However, it will not. A chameleon grenade will definitely not stop him. Being smacked with a keyblade won't do much either. However, a spell is something that it will not defend against. However, with the ability to see X-ray, infrared, through walls, a multi-purpose scanning system, a mapping system, he can pretty much find you where you are on the battlefield. The question is, can you find him first? The answer is yes, he's wearing a giant blood red suit of armor. Samus, not known for her stealth, is known for more of a, let's just blow up the planet and get it over with. Juggernaut. Now have a man who's going to shoot something up your butt, or just plow his fist through you. What do you got next?
From Prince of Persia, I want the Dagger of Time.
Oh, God level weapon. God level weapon. Okay. I was waiting for one of these to come out. As long as there is still sand in the dagger, the person will always come back to life from the last impact. Now, this is both an advantage and a disadvantage. The advantage is, when maxed out, by the way, about 30 seconds, the user can slow down, stop, rewind time. This gives him a lot of accuracy and a lot of abilities to do things such as avoid fire or stop himself from accidentally falling off a building, which I could probably use myself. But the most powerful thing about the dagger is that if there's at least some sand in it, if he hasn't wasted all the sand, he is technically invincible. So basically, when it comes to the dagger of time, you either have to get it out of his hands, or you have to for him to waste all the sand before you can actually stop him. That does give him an invincibility capability. Not saying that that dagger's going to do much to a suit of solid armor. So he may survive the hit, but it's going to be tink, 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 tink. Backhand. All right. I like where you're going. All right, blue screen, you're next.
That would be you.
Bloody hell, it is. All right, so remember that part where I said that it had to be a wieldable weapon? You remember that part where it said you have to be able to move the ship by yourself? Ooh, hidden blade from Assassin's Creed. Before or after the middle finger had to be removed, K-Man? Before or after? That's what I gotta ask. You see, I'm afraid of having something go up my butt. But the cerebral board's range is only 900 meters, which, by the way, is still an amazing amount of range. That is an incredible distance. That is roughly half a mile. All right? However, that's not going to mean much when I'm sitting comfortably in the USS Enterprise's chair. See, the USS Enterprise is armed with several weapons, including phasers, photon torpedoes, and other weapons. But the best part about it is it can be fully controlled via the online computer. Now, here's the problem with it. This is going towards Deathgasm because he has the solution already. Samus has already boarded ships from high altitudes. If he has some way to get up there, then it's a game of cat and mouse for so far. The only thing I'm packing is a couple grenades. Also, once again, hey, USS Enterprise does not have the ability to stop magic. Q is a perfect example of that if you've seen the series. So once again, while I may have a height advantage on everybody, which I usually do, I still have several people to worry about. Next up, Necronit. Oh, K-Man says after. Good choice. Ooh, hidden blade. That would be nasty if you didn't see it coming.
True.
Okay.
But I'm going with Devil May Cry.
Oh, please don't take one of my weapons.
And it would be Ebony and Ivory.
Okay, you did. Woo! Okay, so for those who don't know, Ebony and Ivory are two 50 caliber, customized, unlimited ammunition firearms with a max range of 1,200 meters. and no kickback. Because it's been proven that regular you can fire them with no kickback. It's been seen in the actual anime series. So, a 50 caliber weapon is quite capable of piercing a lot of armors. Might not be able to pierce an Enterprise, and may not be able to stop time, or beat time. It could probably crack, maybe crack the visor on Samus's suit. It also outranges every weapon so far other than the phasers. AKA my phasers and Maxine's thing is, phasers range is basically as far as a beam of light can go. Still, that's a pretty effective tool. You have some serious range on your side now.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, the ebony is actually the stronger, but the ivory fires faster, or vice versa.
I believe so.
So, our magic keyblade wielder, what is your next weapon?
Baby.
Silence!
Baby.
I've seen that. Hang on, we're moving.
It's actually one of the hardest weapons to deal with.
Silence? Well, silence will drive me nuts. We can't hear you. Although my farts have been known to be both silent and deadly. I think she threw me. She's flinging me. Wait, I can see. She's moving. We're moving. And we're moving.
You know you
Can she
can
hear
charge
me?
the phone in the kitchen.
Damn, she's looking. We're moving. We're on a trip, everybody.
My charger's plugged in by your seat. If you want to charge your phone.
So far, the two people who have the most versatile weapons are, in fact, the power couple right here. Keyblade has access to summons and magic and flight and several other attacks, while Watt has several hundred spells.
Still can't hear you,
It'd
babe.
be very hard to defend against it. Does she actually have herself muted, perhaps?
Not that I know of. I mean, she's smarter than me on this. No.
Rocket science to use my Enterprise.
I'm gonna be honest, babe. I'm sitting on the front porch so I can do this shit.
What is your house made of freaking aluminum or something?
Probably something like that. I don't know.
How do you run microwaves in that place? Oh, hang on. I see a striped shirt. And a smile.
Still.
What?
Okay, or
Maybe.
What the hell?
Maybe re-enter the call.
Death Cosmo has that issue. Try popping out and popping back in real quick. Okay. Well, an M102 howitzer? Holy crap! Hey, man! Damn! Well, Death Cosmo, you might want to duck. The armor will take the blow, but you're still gonna get flung backwards.
okay, Rebel, try and talk.
I heard it for a second. What was that?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm staying outside. If I get sick, it's y'all fault.
No, babe. It might just be because you were in a laggy spot for how long. It probably affected it and you needed to just reconnect. Because I do this in the kitchen too. Alright, whatever. Okay.
What's your next weapon?
A Borg ship.
Ow! Okay. Well,
Huber ball.
Cube.
go for the ball. No, go for the ball. Access oxygen on it. Actually, the ball's the stronger of the two.
Okay, the ball.
Yeah. The ball is actually meant for transporting life forms. If you have the regular one, you have to explain how you breathe on it. But yeah, okay. So we have an even deadlier weapon. Borg's main weapon is actually not a damaging weapon. A lot of people think it is. What it does is actually breaks down your absolute molecules. So it kind of just takes pieces and puts it into the ship so it can use to build and repair. Which means that, hey, we're all back to square one except for Juggernaut. Still has the sands of time to back him up. Well, actually, Samus's suit might actually give him some defense against it. I don't know yet. But the other advantage of the Borg ship is basically she now has another advantage a lot of people might not see. She has troops. Ooh. A minigun chamber 6.2. Jeez. Didn't think about that, did you? And teleporters. Yeah! teleporters. All right, so he's packing some good weaponry. Unfortunately, she doesn't have anything terrestrial based other than that keyblade, so she's really one of those things. Like once again, if Deathgasm or Necro happen to get aboard her ship, she's gonna have to play a game of cat and mouse to run from them because those two will put their boots up her arse. So Sub, what are we packing now? You already have a wand of 1,000 uses. Now what are you doing?
Well, since people keep taking mine, I guess I'll go with the Predator mecha suit.
Predator Mega Suit, are you talking from Crisis?
The one where the human got to go into it. Where they got a hold of the Predator technology and...
Oh, okay, I know what he's talking about. Okay. So basically, he has a similar armor suit to Deathgasm. It has less defense but more killing potential and a stealth suit. Okay, well, this is kind of unfair now. Now we have somebody who can stop and control time. Somebody who's basically a walking battle suit. Somebody who can turn invisible and cast infinite spells. 2 spaceships. Hey, Smallhead, what are you bringing now? Oh, she's smiling and laughing maniacally.
Oh no.
Okay, here we go.
The lasso of truth.
Well, okay. That makes bedtime very kinky right there. Lasso of Truth. It's an unbreakable weapon created by the gods themselves. But once it binds to you, you can't break free, or at least that's how it's said it's supposed to be. I've seen plenty of people break free from it. It forces you to tell only truths. You think that lady's cute? Don't do this to me! The Lasso of Truth does give her a lot of capabilities. Not only that, but I did see Wonder Woman kill Superman with it. She literally put it around his neck and just snapped his neck with it. So, I mean, it's obviously a weapon. Yeah. You can straight up kill somebody with it. It can kill a god, it can kill Superman, it can kill you.
So she turned it from a lasso to a noose? Is that what you're telling me?
Not only that, but its density when it, I mean, not when you're holding it, but when you swing it, its density is to, like, carbon steel. So you ain't getting hit by a little piece of rope, you're getting hit by, you know, a construction beam hitting you at freaking 90 miles per hour. That is an effective weapon right there. I wasn't ready for that one. You got me beat right there. I was not ready for that. Okay, Deathgasm, you are a walking tank of destruction and still have the ability to make people bugger. What?
I'm about to get more tanky, just to let you know.
Alright, cool.
You said my next suit before, the Crisis suit.
Okay, well here's the thing, you can only wear one at a time.
What do you mean?
Oh, how are you going to wear the Crisis suit and the power arm?
The Crisis suit is basically skin, so it could easily fit under another suit. But the AI connected to that suit is what I'm going for.
Oh, okay. He's going for enhancement, not defense. I got you there.
Yeah, because the tactical advantage that suit gives you, because of past users or past combat events.
Right, because it keeps in memory all past combat.
Yep.
He will never forget combat, which means he's literally a learning AI.
And it gives you the best battle strategy and best battle tactics for what you have.
Just remember to actually follow those tactics.
Yeah.
We all remember what happened to the original user when the suit said you have no chance of winning. He said, I got plenty of chance. Went around the corner and took a tank shell through the gut. If the suit says you don't stand a chance, get the fuck out of there. We have Samus's suit, which can already go subsonic speed and leap into space, literally. You can't really control it once you're up there, but I mean, just listen to the suit, for Christ, you know? Juggernaut, all right, buddy. You have an instant death weapon and a god weapon. What else are you throwing on the table? I'm basically going to have to blow up the planet you're on just to kill you if I wanted to.
This goes back to the very first series that I had on the channel.
Oh, no.
The beta suit from Time Shift.
Okay. where do we go with this thing? All right. Time Shift is a first-person shooter where you are sitting inside an armored wetsuit called the Beta Suit, which basically allows you to not only reverse time's events, fast forward, but also teleport through time. You can do things such as rebuild a fallen structure or collapse a structure somebody's in. The suit's biggest flaw is its range. However, with how dense the suit is, it can literally take multiple 50 caliber rounds directly to the head before the user will actually feel much damage. It also self-regenerates the armor and the user's health itself. It will literally use the chronotons in it, or what was the, I can't remember what the Russian name was for it. But basically, it'll rewind your body back until you're capable of keep going. Unless, of course, you're not capable of going. Now, instantly having your head removed, for instance, or having somebody put, say, a giant fist through your gut and just hold it there for a few seconds means you're not coming back. It's a nasty suit. Okay, we're all going suits here. All right? I don't like where we're going with this. But I'm not going for a suit. It's time for me to shore up a few of my flaws. So, I have a long list of weapons, but I'm going to use one from a completely different game. Once again, we're jumping to a different game. Let's go to BioShock 2. Weapon is called the Hack Tool. Now, saying to yourself, that's just a weird gauntlet. What can that possibly do? Well, it has three advantages. One, it uses specialized darts that have the ability to hack into any type of electronical system. This unfortunately means that anybody who's using a system that has electronic capabilities has a flaw against me.
I still have the
Secondly, it has the ability to deploy small mini turrets that are basically booby traps for opening fire on people. As a lot of people know, I ain't gonna fight you guys fairly. No, I'm gonna sneak and slide and hide and blow you guys away. Bombs and everything. Fortunately for me, only one of you has an ability that really stops me from doing that. The final advantage is it's an extremely lightweight item. It's literally just a gauntlet that you put on your hand and you load the darts in when you're going to fire them. A lot of the issues we have right now is we're using a lot of big, bulky weapons. If you want to come for me, you can, but remember, I've got small grenades that could be anywhere in those hallways ready to detonate and blow your ass up. Now, small mini turrets that are basically small 50 caliber turrets with unlimited ammunition. And if you happen to bring something like a drone or, say, a suit powered by electricity, which, by the way, unfortunately, both the Crisis suit and the Samus suit have been proven to be hackable, I could just shut down your suit. Unfortunately, there is a disadvantage with that. The Crisis suit's AI isn't actually in the suit. It embeds itself into the user's brain. So while I can shut his suit down, I'm not shutting down any of his learned capabilities. So he's still the deadliest tactician on the battlefield, with the weaponry to, wait a minute, he can stick something up my butt.
Hey, wait.
He's not going to live that one down, folks. He's the anal destroyer.
What suit am I using?
What?
What suit am I using?
Predator.
Right.
Predator suit, which is not run on electricity.
Okay.
Not to mention, I'd have to find you first. Once again, stealth opponent, man running around in bright red and gold armor.
Also, Crisis suit has stealth too. You have to remember that one too.
Right, but if I shut down your Samus suit, you can't do anything.
Because you're using the AI, not the suit.
Using Samus suit? No, I'm gonna be using stealth. Think about it, that Master AI is gonna say, best case scenario, stealth.
Oh, right, but once again, the problem was, and it has happened to Samus before, that if her suit gets locked up by a hack, it's almost 2,000 pounds of solid compression. Not getting out of that. Now, on the other hand, if you're running around with a Crisis suit, it has the ability to kind of put the AI into your brain so it can't get shut down by the electricity. You won't have the suit's capabilities, but you will still have the intelligence. The fat man from New Vegas means no armor for anyone. Well, yes, getting hit by a small nuclear-armed weapon will end most people. Samus's power suit has been flown through a sun. It has plenty of radiation. Although, I guarantee you, him getting hit by the Fat Man would probably hurt like hell. The problem is, you'd probably have to hit him twice, and the Crisis AI would have already predicted where you are now, and now he's running at you at subsonic speed. And now, he's angry and has an anal probe gun.
Just wait till I tell you it's a weapon.
Coming up. Necro! Oh my goodness, the weapons are terrifying. They're screwed. You and me got nothing right now. I got a pocket full of grenades and a hack tool and a ship. If they are on board the ship, I'm screwed. Tell me you've got something.
So, I'm gonna bring a Zoid in here.
Zoids, okay, there we go. Large, 20+ foot tall, primeval mechas. Okay, I like where this is going.
And none other than the Geno Spino.
Oh, come on, not the Geno Breaker.
Bastard.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have plasma weapons on the battlefield. Unfortunately, I do know that Samus's armor can be harmed by plasma. Of course, once again, the Crisis suit would probably see the 80-foot tall, 200-foot long boy coming towards it. And basically tell him, hey, you know what? Let's go ask if Kyle will just beam us up real quick, you know? It's a smart suit, okay? You can literally be the dumbest person in the world, and the suit will keep you alive. However, getting hit by a blast that big is kind of something that not many of us can survive. So, I'm bringing up Geno Breaker. Damn you, and damn you again. The massive War Fortress, too, it's taken nuclear arms, and its shield has protected it from it. The other thing, like I said, is it has shields, and boosters, and scanners, and very, very large guns that are capable of wiping out small continents. Oh boy. Rebel! You can fly away! You have the Borg sphere! You don't have to go near it! And if they do come near you, you have a lot of magic and summon capability with the wand, or the Keyblade. What else do you have? Wait a minute, it's game over. K-Man won. He chose the cardboard box from Metal Gear Solid.
Damn.
It's over, we can't fight it anymore, it's over.
Yeah.
You literally took mine.
What's that?
You literally just took mine. I'm gonna go with. I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're the weapon that the Black Panther's little sister uses.
Oh,
They're like mini cannons on her hands.
right, yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're made of vibranium and actually shoot vibranium.
Yes.
Which is, by the way, something that can pierce even adamantium. So, big flaw with that is it's for close range. The disadvantage, though, is she only needs it for close range. The Keyblade and the Borg mothership are quite capable of taking you from a distance. Alright, well, Sub, it's starting to get scary in here. I'm glad you got that Harry Potter wand. And that stealth suit, because you're gonna need it.
So I have my Predator suit and my wand, which are both lightweight. And you know what? I'm going to call in an assistance by using a Zatch Bell book.
There's no rule against using a Zatch Bell book. There's no rule. Is there a particular puppet you want to use? A particular marionette?
I want to say the one that has the illusions.
Okay, that works.
The deadly ones, you know. The fun ones.
The ones that are so realistic they'll kill you?
Pretty much, yeah.
The Zatch Bell, much like a stand from JoJo, are basically indestructible unless attacked by another puppet, another marionette.
Not only that,
they
you
can
have to
actually
destroy the book, too.
You could also just kill the wielder.
True.
Stealth, so. Basically, he has a small puppet about 2 foot tall, creating deadly illusions to kill people. That's pretty nasty.
Like I said,
That's
so
pretty
far
nasty.
lightweight.
I like the lightweight going there. I like the lightweight. Mama Bear! Got phasers and all kinds of fun fun stuff. What are you bringing to the battlefield now? She's evil laughing again. She's evil laughing again.
Oh no.
Men in Black.
Oh no.
Void Density Core.
Oh, I would have went for
Void
the
Density
cricket.
Core?
I would have went for the
Well,
cricket.
the cricket has a nasty kickback if you haven't noticed. The Void Density Core. Which one was that?
That's the one that's like a hand grenade that wipes out like a black hole does.
Oh, it's the black hole grenade. Oh, yay!
Hang
Hang on.
I think
Yeah,
Mama
don't
Bear
hit
just
by-
won.
Well, she still has to hit you with it. Yeah, the problem is it has a 3-mile radius, which means if she does not throw it or drop it from a plane or something, she can get caught in it too. But none of us can prevent that. None of us have a way to stop that. None of us. That's a weapon that will just wipe out you. It's gone. It's just gone.
Oh, don't put me up. I need to get out this planet.
Beam me everyone up. We're out of here. Beam me guys to the planet of strippers and blackjack.
Poker too.
All right. Well,
Didn't know we were
Mama Bear
talking
has
Cowboy
brought.
Bebop now.
Mama Bear has brought a freaking void weapon to the battlefield. All right. So, still, once again, we have a lot of advantages and disadvantages here. Deathgasm still has a lot of very big defensive capabilities. Not too much in the offense, except for, well, I mean, obviously, the butt bore can kill you. But he's probably the most defensive out of all of us. Juggernaut has a lot of god-tier insta-death weapons, but they have flaws to them. I'm hiding the USS Enterprise from everybody. Echo has a freaking giant Godzilla weapon. Rebel Vanity's also chilling up in space with me. And freaking Subliminal's hiding somewhere down there, hoping that the void grenade doesn't kill him. All right. So, Deathgasm, what else do we have?
I'm going for a show. The Omnitrix.
Ooh. N10. The Omnitrix does give you a lot of advantages.
I'm not talking the one from Ben 10. I'm talking the one from the last season. Well, from the future.
I mean,
From the
10,000.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that gives him 10,000 different forms to go after you in. And, of course, he has the ability to float in space now, thanks to the Alien X form.
Wait,
It does give him a lot of capabilities.
doesn't that technically give him the loophole of being able to turn into the morph ball as well?
If he became the slime monster or something like that, yes. Now, even the Mega 10,000 Omnitrix does have a flaw. If he's fast enough, though, he can overcome the flaw. The difference between the original Omnitrix and the one from Ben 10,000 is the original Omnitrix power cell was run by an actual power cell, so it had a time limit. The one from 10,000 was actually strapped right to his own biometric system. Which means as long as he has energy, he can keep shape-shifting. Problem is, prolonged combat and prolonged use will drain him physically. So, this is the kind of weapon where suddenly he's just coming at you. This is Berserker form. This is, he's going to be Humongosaur or something like that, and he's just going to try to plow you into the dirt. Mandalorian armor and a bag of flashbangs. Damn it, K-Man. He's blinding people and flying away. That's actually a really powerful weapon. I did not think about it. And before you say it's just a walk or something, it's actually classified in the actual show as the deadliest weapon in that particular universe. So, yes, it is a weapon. I don't care if anyone's going to sit there and try to deny it. That black powder rifle, you're not going to get anybody with a black powder rifle, K-Man. So, that's actually pretty powerful. That's actually pretty much a god-tier weapon right there. Transforming into the right form at the right time could literally save his life. Except for the black hole. That's the only thing he can't stop right now.
Well, technically, if he accesses the, what is it, the X alien or whatever, the one that's basically space itself in a sense.
The thing is that we're looking at a time spec. We're looking at how fast it can happen.
True.
The grenade goes off and boom, and there's a black hole. If he happens to be in Alien X form at the time, then it's no problem.
Right. I was
Because
just
then he can
curious.
just look at it and be like, okay, just snap his finger like this and close it, you know? Oops, I'm sorry, what was that? Alright, Juggernaut, now's the time for you to shine, my friend, because right now, you're the only one who has an unstoppable weapon. Everyone else has stoppable weapons. You're the only one who has an unstoppable weapon at this moment.
I want the Mandarin's 10 rings.
Okay. Very good.
Looked at what the Mandarin's 10 rings can do.
I know what they're capable of. I have seen it. Those are quite a weapon system. They're defensive. They're magic. And magic seems to be the only thing right now that keeps keeping certain people afloat. I guess, yes, technically anyone can wield the 10 rings. There's no self-fulfilling prophecy or anything. You can do a lot with those rings.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are we talking about the comic book rings, or are we talking about the movie rings?
Comic book.
Okay, alright, God tier weapon. Gotcha. So, did I bring out my God tier weapon? Because I don't have one. I don't have God tier weapons. I have weapons I can carry on me. I was not expecting there to be literal weapons of doom and gloom till things go boom. So, suddenly, I'm looking at my whole list of weaponry here, and it's kind of like, maybe, no. I'm still gonna keep going, damn it. So I'm gonna go with a weapon just so I can play guitar. Just kidding. But it is a weaponized guitar. This also comes from the Devil May Cry series. Nevin. Nevin is a powerful guitar that can also transform into a scythe for melee capabilities. It's electrified. Rip through any type of matter around it, basically. Has the ability to summon minions to fight for me, shields, long, short, and medium range capabilities, and it's a wicked guitar. Keep going back to the wicked guitar part, because remember, technically we will be self-taught with all these weapons. You can only think of one person who will teach me how to use the Nevin. Dante himself. So hopefully I get something out of the deal. Alright, I'm going to hand it over to Necro now, seeing as I'm still sitting here looking in total fear of just hitting the freaking warp engines and getting the hell out of Dodge. Because right now, I don't want to be anywhere near planet Earth.
Okay, well, I'm going back to Devil May Cry.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
And
what weapon?
I'm going to pull out of my pocket Pandora's box.
Damn it, that was on my list. Oh, Pandora. Magical devil briefcase that has 666 different weapons. You only get to see, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You only get to see about 10 of them. The suitcase has the capabilities of becoming things such as giant bladed shurikens, machine guns, laser rifles, or personally a floating fortress that fires homing rockets in every direction. Not gonna stop a black hole, but who knows what's in there? Alright, we're going to go to blank screen gray now. Validity.
I'm gonna go with, if you can hear me,
Skynet.
a fully upgraded chainsaw from Lollipop Chainsaw.
Ooh. Okay, well, now we have a weapon that can heal people. That's right, Rebel Vanity has actually chosen a weapon that can actually produce healing capabilities, as well as cutting right through your armor. So kind of avoid that, okay? Much like the Nevin, it's a weapon designed to carve through any type of material, as it's said. Whether it can or cannot is yet to be seen. But it's pretty powerful. It's fast, has unlimited ammunition, basically. And apparently is light enough and maneuverable enough to perform cheerleading maneuvers while wielding it. Such as vaulting over pommel horses and still landing, or using it to actually go up walls. She's actually stabbed it into a wall and used it to climb right up the wall. Pretty powerful, and you would not want to be on the receiving end of it, because if she cuts you from the neck up, you get to live. The head. Nothing else, just the head. We'll probably attach it to her butt.
So sub watch out.
So then she has protection against deathgasm in his butt, right?
Yep.
Now, speaking of the person who should be washing his head right now and his ass, hey, Subliminal! She did cut her own boyfriend's head off. You happen to be that, so... What do you bring to the battlefield, my hidden fellow? Besides a quieter suit.
I want to say the weapon that gets rid of the viruses in .hack and could basically eliminate anyone, really.
Think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what his name is, but okay. I mean, that is pretty potent. It would definitely be something for certain individuals to watch out for. It seems to aim at things that would be negative to the current environment, so it might even be able to stop, say, a black hole.
Well, no, it gets corrupted in one of the .hacks, and you could actually do it to both good and bad people and shit.
Oh, right, but what I'm saying is basically what the user considers to be something they want to get rid of, the hacking tool can really affect. It's also a very defensive item. I would put it right up there on the god tier. Probably still won't save you from a black hole, or having your name written in a small book and then dying from a heart attack or jerking off too hard or something. But, hey, what do you know? If I had the death note, I have people dying happy. Wins the lottery, lives 10 years, dies quietly in his bed with his wife, Sen. Book would let him win the lottery. Nope, just saying, you know. If Juggernaut wants to, he could make it a really happy death. Or he could just have your intestines explode out of your stomach. Either way, it's a good day. Oh, well, that's not really a good day. It's probably a good day right there, really. Alright.
Somebody's got to clean that up.
She'll just throw the point grenade there. Alright, that being said, let's move on to the next weapon of war here.
Mama Bear.
The neuralizer.
Well, there's a game ender right there.
Oh, great. Now we all know how to use our weapons.
Not only that, she can change the story to be anything. Necro, you could be her son. No, you could be a panda bear. Subliminal, you could be Fabio.
You may be your son.
Just saying. As long as you look directly into the light, don't have something protecting your eyes. Basically, this is like, she's just picking insta-kill weapons at this point. She's not even thinking of actual, and the worst part is they all fit like in a coat pocket. Like every weapon she has, she can just like slip into a coat pocket somewhere. Like you cannot find her weapons. She's walked into the casino and held the camera. Casino. Not much defensive capability, mind you. Not much defensively.
I'm tapping.
But offensively, she's ending lives left, right, and center. Just throwing it out there. All right.
So,
Yes,
I'm gonna go with the mothership from Destroy All Humans.
It is a fast ship. Has a lot of capabilities on it. Defensively, it's probably not the strongest of the spaceships so far, but it's probably the fastest without counting warp. Not to mention, it's currently the only spacecraft on the list that can actually land on a planet safely. Safely being the key term, because we've all seen the Enterprise crash into the Earth, and we've seen Borg cubes do it too. So,
The mothership's pretty big. It never landed on Earth in the game.
no, but size-wise, even in the books, it is still the smallest of the three airships so far. As far as defensive capabilities go,
Yeah, the defensive capabilities ain't that strong because it was taken out with frickin' U.S. technology in frickin' the 60s.
right, but it is
That's
stealth
that's
fast.
I just felt kind of lonely being stuck on Earth. Like, now I have a way to just, like, be Samus, freaking get onto the ship quick if shit goes wrong on Earth.
I see how
Malberg
it
is
is.
a freaking
I was still here, man.
shot.
Hey, man,
Unfortunately,
Listen,
everyone's
son,
left.
bold of you to assume that you'd survive my onslaught while I'm on Earth, whether if one of my anal probes go up here or not.
Yes.
There's a few things you just gotta be careful of. One, Juggernaut can survive the anal probing. Throwing it out there, he can survive it. If he writes your name down in a book, you die. If he writes down in the book that your gun suddenly goes on auto fire and all the anal probes go up your arse, Death Note will make it happen.
And then I can make you forget it happened.
And then Mama Bear can come over and make you forget it happened. But it does give you a big advantage over the terrestrial characters. You know, you can definitely avoid the giant plasma dinosaur. Magic does have range, unfortunately, so it's not an insta-death anymore. And I'm pretty much going to just be hiding up there because I don't want anyone coming near me at this point in time, because I really don't have much but a guitar that transforms into a scythe and throws electrical bats at people. Oh, it's just, you know, you got yourself a vehicle now. You have your capabilities of not being stuck in one place. Everyone else is hoofing it. Everyone else has to hoof it. You've joined the elite. There's only 3 people who have spacecrafts, and you're one of them. Be very careful of Rebels, because she will literally tear your ship apart. And just throw it at you, Samus' suit has survived re-entry into a planet. So, if you guys think of blowing the ship out of the sky is going to stop him, no, he's just going to land and be pissed. Nope, you people really underestimate how powerful that suit is. It is very powerful. However, that is a nice spaceship to have. It's fast. It has a super large amount of scientific knowledge. Which, going with your AI's combat knowledge, is probably a horrible thing for anyone to have. Okay.
Well, honestly, one thing that I'd probably be able to do, like, if the tide of war frickin', like, really went bad against me, is go up into space with Samus' suit and then switch into the, Crisis suit and just float in space for the rest of my life. The Crisis suit would keep me alive.
You wouldn't have to go that long. Hopefully you wouldn't be going into space against either of, or Rebel, because unfortunately Rebel's suit doesn't actually damage. What it does is it literally breaks down the very atoms of a unit, teleports them to the ship. So just imagine having your body slowly teleported, piece by piece. She has the epic ship right now. You have the epic defense right now. Mama Bear's packing way too much firepower.
See, you can call a lot more god-tier weapons. I don't really know a lot of weapons like that. I can't think of any.
Did you hear me? I have a guitar and grenades. I don't have tier weapons. I don't have a suit yet. I'm just wearing my pajamas at this point. Basically what the Starship uniforms are, they're basically just a pair of comfortable PJs. That's all I got. What am I gonna do to Samus' suit? Not at it. This thing survived re-entry by being thrown through another planet. Samus' suit was literally whipped through one planet and crashed into another, and she stood up, brushed her shoulder off, and continued walking. You are literally the mobile tank of the group right now. The only thing that can hurt you are weapons of mass destruction and magic. Like, you are literally unstoppable at this point if it wasn't for things like the Borg's phasers, Mama Bear's black hole, and Juggernaut's death note. Like, there's really nothing else that can stop you. You have to understand, or getting hit by the damn oversized dinosaur that you would probably see coming. Now, honestly, don't think you're the weakest link here. You're not. If anyone's the weakest link right now, hi, I'm right here. I just have the most comfortable ship. That's all I have right now. I just have the most comfortable ship. I can literally outlast all of you because I have unlimited food. Other than that, what do I have?
Juggernaut.
the sonic screwdriver.
You classify that as a weapon?
The later sonic screwdrivers are technically classified as weapons.
Okay. The sonic screwdriver basically is my hack tool on steroids. Another god tier weapon. Jeez, Juggernaut. You want to hear some fight for the rest of us? Now he can literally just sit there on the planet and just keep rewinding himself. This is why I'm in the Enterprise, so I just get the fuck out of there. I don't gotta deal with that.
So both we go, we're the one that's gone before.
The Star Wars Venerator class Star Destroyer is a very large ship. The one problem with the rule is you have to be able to pilot it by yourself. The Venerator requires a full crew. But okay, so I guess I get to pop into the game again and talk about some weapon that's gonna have no effect on everybody else because everyone else has god tier stuff. Hey, Deathgasm, you and me are on the same damn boat.
Hey, weren't you bragging about the loophole thing?
Dude, the Enterprise is the loophole.
No, I'm just saying, man. Weren't you sitting there bragging about how you're gonna beat the system and everything, and now you're...
Oh, I've already beaten the system. You have to understand what the Enterprise is capable of.
I do.
The biggest advantage the Enterprise has isn't its weapons, it's its shields. It's one small device. A very small tube-shaped device that sits in the ship's forward bay. The ability to teleport somebody from one location to another. For instance, I can teleport Nick from the cockpit of his genobreaker onto the damn moon.
Which would be very helpful for all of
Congratulations!
us. Just saying.
Just saying, congratulations. It does not exactly work on Samus' Zero Suit. Or my Borg ship. But what we have here is a chance to bring forth yet another non-super-powered weapon and/or armor suit. So, what I'm going with here is the 3rd Echelon Mark 7 Special Ops suit from Splinter Cell. The suit designed to keep one stealthy, quiet, protected from all forms of elements. The ability to increase climbing, increases the ability to carry all, and has many built-in weapons attached to it, including things such as grenade pouches, close-range combat weapons, specialized gloves for close-range combat, sonic goggles for when you see people walking through walls, things like that. It's a weapon designed to keep me safe and give me a way to put all my weapons away. Once again, this is not some god-tier weapon. I'm not going... If I see Juggernaut wielding the sands of time, I'm pushing a button saying, shit, beat me up. I am not fighting that fight. Nick lands next to me on the Genobreaker. I am breaking. I am gone. Unless he lands on me with the Genobreaker, in which case I'm already broken and gone. Your girlfriend literally has a weapon that's powered by hope. Literally an unlimited battery of hope. It's basically what would happen if all the Green Lantern rings got put together. Let's not talk about you, Mr. Slappy Potter Wand. Mama Bear's mind-altering and black hole-dropping capabilities. Listen, I'm utility. That's all I got right now. I was thinking maybe this would be more of a fair fight, because I didn't think people would be going for god-tier items. Deathgasm and me are the only ones who have the closest thing to a fair fight. And even then, it's him. He's winning. He gets aboard the ship, he's winning. That's all it comes down to. If he boards that ship, it's me versus him and literally a 7 foot tall walking tank. An AI system and a computer core capable of ending small planets with no problem. So, me having a stealth suit that makes me sneak around makes me more along the lines of you there, Subliminal. I'm not going to die instantaneously until somebody accidentally trips over me.
You're upside down.
So I can hang upside down. So it's upside down. So what are you doing upside down? What have I told you about Spider-Maning? Okay, Necro, since you have the capabilities of taking on freaking Gigantus and Godzilla, what else are you bringing to the battlefield?
Okay, bring the dubstep gun from Saints Row.
Son of a bitch! I didn't get to that one yet.
Just cutting that one out of my list now. I had it as well.
So many weapons people keep taking.
Dubstep gun has the capability of firing supercharged sound waves of destructive force, including being able to set things on fire and detonate from very long distance. And it literally has unlimited ammunition. The only downside of the dubstep gun, it is not what we would consider a stealth weapon. When it fires, everything within a 7-mile radius will know where he is. That gun is loud. Also, huge AoE weapon. Huge AoE weapon. You can fire it down the street and hit everything from one side of the block to the other. Big AoE weapon. Thing's sound doesn't travel well in space, but once again, he lands on my ship, and I'm the guy hiding in the corner going, alright, beam him off the ship now. Rebel, help me! Save my house.
I'm gonna go with, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's from the Black Butler, the Reaper's scissors, but it's like a hedge clipper kind of looking one.
Basically,
Black Butler's the devil scissors. Basically have the ability to cut just about anything, and can even cut holes in time and space. Nasty little weapons. God tier, of course. There we go. Everyone's got a God tier now. Who doesn't have a God tier yet? Raise your hand if you don't have a God tier.
do I have one?
Necro! Hero Breaker!
Do I have one?
Let me think here. Magic Wand of Multi-Hide Spells.
Oh, okay, never mind. Good point. Good point.
You notice that me and Deathgasm probably haven't raised our hands, because, no, we don't literally have God tier weapons yet. Okay, man has something pretty close. He currently has the Master Chief Spartan armor and the Gravity Hammer.
Ooh, good choice.
It's not something you want to get tapped by. Of course, our resident god weapon herself, Mama Bear.
What about me?
Wait, you forgot.
I'm explaining her weapons.
Oh, okay,
Which
okay.
include things like changing your mind, or just turning everything for 3 miles into nothing. Oh, stop! What you got?
What do I got?
At the beginning, this was a fair fight. You know, we were making jokes about butt guns and things like that, and now I have my finger over the warp 10 button. Just like, nope. Come on.
I'm gonna go off a cartoon that's new. It was on Netflix before I lost it. Cosmic Kids Rings. Now there's like multiple rings. One has telekinesis. One you could like have multiple of yourself. So which means I'll have multiple Zatch Bell books. By the way, just saying. I could fly by using the levitation. Obviously, I could turn into goo to keep myself safe. I could transport myself anywhere that I want to go. Basically, with one of the rings. Basically, all around, you know, good defenses and stuff.
So God tier, right?
I'd say a little over God tier, honestly, especially with all the rings on.
Mama Bear. Mama Bear. Come there. Oh, jeez. Well, yes, the photon pack actually would be a pretty effective weapon. It actually fires ionized beams of energy out, which can grab onto spiritual beings as well. And if you cross the streams, bad things happen, so she's probably dual-wielding these things at this point. Finally, a weapon she can't hide in her back pocket. So you gotta show up with a freaking Ecto-1 as well?
Why not?
Just never mind. Alright, Deathgasm, please. You and me are now working together to stop these guys, because we don't got a chance right now. We are the 2 humans left in this fight. Everyone else is a god. We ain't got shit.
Other gods together, a god tier, mainly because of the AI and then all the enhancements of different strategies I could use. But they have insta-kill weapons, like if they fondle me the wrong way, I'm dead.
They fondle you the wrong way. Dude, you're not the only one. I don't have armor. I have a black suit that helps me hide better.
Kyle, no offense, but if I even look at you the wrong way, you're still dead, probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're god tier to me. Remember, like right now, the pecking order is I'm down here.
What is the pecking order?
At this moment, I'm down here, and I'm pretty sure either you or your girlfriend is at the top of the list. Everybody else is in between.
I could have sworn Mom Bear beat me.
Like,
Yeah.
I would be able to take a few of the gods out, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Like, the AI might help me and pull a fucking rabbit out of my ass, but I ain't taking that all.
Oh, I guess because I added those rings, I kind of did up myself, huh? Yeah.
Up yourself? Up you! Damn K-Man's bringing the float from Halo now.
Now remember, I'm still lightweight, which means I could run if I need to. Even though I have the ring that, you know, I could go through a portal basically and go wherever I want. But that's besides the point.
There we go.
Hey, that means I could go up to your ship. That means I could go up to your ship and chill with you, Kaiju.
I'm cool with that as long as you don't bring anything to kill me.
Well, no, I'd protect you
Running
since you have
from
no
me is
armor.
useless. Running from me is useless because Sam is be like on you like that.
Unfortunately, what it comes down to right now is which one of you six sees the other one first. Each one of you can kill the others right now, alright? I can fire phasers from space until 5 out of the 6 of you notice me and just look up and fire, alright? This is the problem I'm having right now. Jared could be in the Philippines, kicked back in a chair, with his legs up and a freaking martini in hand, and right with his other hand, how we're all gonna die. He's the biggest threat. He has the gosh darn sands of time protecting his arse.
Oh, by the
And
way,
I kill him like...
yeah. By the way, Kaiju, that doubling ring, it's not like Naruto shadow clones. No, it's like basically I'm getting cloned in a sense. So you know.
And the god just is enhancing.
I just wanted to clarify that.
All the Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball Z. I wish everyone's gone now. Just seriously. Alright, so anyways.
You just stole my next one.
Technically.
Ah, dang it! You need the Dragon Ball!
Okay, Deathgasm.
You're up.
You're up.
I believe it's Saints Row 4, the dildo.
Oh, shit.
If I'm violent with a gun, I might as well do it with a melee too.
No offense, but with the power of the Crisis suit and the power shooter packing, if you got hit by that and weren't immortal, you would be a smear.
Dude, I could see it now.
Death by it would hit so hard. You're literally fucked either way. I'm just saying. He's strong enough that he swings close to you. You're gonna feel it. Hello, baby.
That's a way to taunt on somebody real quick.
I know.
My turn?
Yes.
I know. I'm kind of jealous of the rest of the people for
Hey,
all
guys,
the smart
I bet-
ideas they have.
I bet it's another god tier weapon.
At least I can.
Excellent.
X-Wing.
Reds.
I swear he did a Google search before this for all god tier weapons. Just for
No,
this.
I didn't. Hey, what do you define as a god tier weapon?
Weapons that would require another god to destroy them. Or have effects that would make it hard for a god to destroy you.
Hey, I'd want the X-Wing, once Mama Bear throws that gravity thing out, I'd want to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, and you could. You have the sands of fucking time that will literally put you back to the next safest location you can go. But if you took out 3 miles, as long as you have sand in that thing, you're teleported 4 miles away.
Which he would because he has other stuff to rewind time too. So.
Yes.
That was the very first god tier weapon on the list.
Because there's the beta suit too. So he technically doesn't even need the sands time.
He's right. Like I said, everyone, name my god tier weapon. Go on, go through my list and pick which one's god tier.
The thing is, I wouldn't try and fight anyone in outer space. Didn't know I'd get my ass handed to me.
You also wouldn't have to, because all you have to know is the person's name. No.
Right?
Like I said, you could literally be sitting there on the crapper one day, pissed off because Nick said something to you, and just write his name in the book. And that's it. There's a heart attack. He's dead. That's it.
Okay, guys.
Oh, I don't know. At this point in time, I think a rubber duck might be useful for me, so I can cry myself in the throat. What other weapons do I have down here that are going to be absolutely meaningless? I got one that I thought was going to be really cool, but now I realize it's absolutely useless against 90% of you guys, so...
Why not?
You sit there laughing with your bag of Cheetos. Go ahead, laugh. There we go. You feel better about yourself? Okay, well, I'm going back...
I don't know much about nerd. It's killing everybody.
The one who's just showing how much of a nerd and a geek she really is. Can't even deny it anymore. You've already proven your geekdom now. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one as kind of a twofer, because the way you use it in the game is kind of like a twofer. I'm going to Bulletstorm, which, by the way, now completely useless, and I'm going to use the gravity boot and the energy lash. Basically, ways to get around the battlefield. I can stick to walls and ceilings. I can grab you with the energy lash and whip you around or just kick you around. Of course, sands of time, magic rings, giant mecha death suit, Samus suit, black hole grenade, hearts weapon, Now I'm rooting for K-Man to win. Man, release the flood. He's chilling with me on the Enterprise with Deathgasm.
Oh, I see how it is, Kaiju. I could have offered you the most protection.
You can bring yourself up there. I don't have to teleport you.
True.
Okay.
I could also go for slushies and stuff too, so we'll be good on food, like snacks and stuff as well. Even though you have a bunch of stuff on the ship already.
Literally, food replicators. I can walk up and say beef jerky, teriyaki.
I mean, you could replicate it, but why not have the actual?
Okay, anyway. 100,000 monkeys, because why not? So K-Man is now attacking you guys in Master Chief's armor with the gravity hammer, releases the flood, and 100,000 monkeys. Necro, what are you doing? Why are you still dancing there?
Okay, I'm going to bring out Red Faction, Mr. Toot.
Oh, the unicorn gun. Okay, cool.
I'll be right back. You guys talk. I'm gonna take a lap. I'll be right back.
And he thought the finger gun was illegal.
I'm bringing Mr. Toots into the battlefield, motherfucker.
Oh yes, weaponized happiness that blows out of the poor thing's butt. Literally disintegrate buildings. Yes, because fairness.
I need to play Red Faction again now.
Okay, I like Red Faction.
I never was able to unlock Mr. Toots, though.
Well, it's kind of like unlocking the finger gun from Dead Space. Once you get it, it's just game, Literally running around, pew, 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 bang, 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 and it's just exploding. Mr. Toot, you basically turn around, grab his tail, pull it up, and he just literally diarrheas out a rainbow of death.
While he's screaming, don't forget the screaming part. That's the best part.
Yeah, because once again, Necro, who, by the way, in reality is one of the stealthiest people I know, has so far picked nothing that is stealthy. Literally, he is all bang for his buck right now. He is not invisible. He is the first one that will be found. He can fire any of his weapons, and everybody will know where he is. Just saying.
I'm kind of scared to see what weapons next.
Necro has taken and weaponized unicorns. I'm sorry if you wanted to do that. What's your next weapon?
I pull something out of Kaiju's book.
Oh, God, no.
I'm having Kaiju.
I got nothing.
Kaiju's infinite pants, the magical pants.
Oh, those aren't weapons. Those aren't weapons. That's equipment. You can't do that, unfortunately. And magical pants are equipment.
Okay.
They're not a weapon.
Cheater.
What about technically? Technically, he's a weapon. Sebastian
But
from
you
the
need any
Black
more
Butler.
god-tier weapons.
Sebastian from the Black Butler.
Does follow direct orders, so technically that would be like a drone almost. I guess technically Sebastian could count, as long as you could promise that you wouldn't use him in other ways that would be considered cheating on your boyfriend.
Nope.
She got real quiet all of a sudden.
I said no!
Well, now she's got demons working for her, guys. All right. So, you now have a butler. May or may not be looking your wife over twice. Who's also immortal, by the way. He's also immortal, so. So, what are you bringing to the table of death? Right now, I'm the guy who's just keeping up the plates.
We'll see. What I'll do is I'll let her have the butler, but I'm going to take the contract to become immortal.
That's not a weapon.
No, but, I mean, technically it can be. If you're forever living, you can't be killed, which means you could technically become a weapon of mass destruction in yourself.
But it's not a weapon.
Alright,
It's
fine.
not a wheel.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Fine.
Good idea.
Fine. It
So
was a good idea,
man,
though.
100 monkeys. Seriously.
I'm sorry.
100
but
monkeys on my ship traded away.
I feel like I should meme in almost no actuality. And go with the and go with the golden spork from zombies.
It's a weapon. Kills things, an effective weapon. Remember, isn't the golden spork like a one-hit kill?
Yeah.
I mean, that is technically a weapon. It's here again. Make sure you're not accidentally eating some stew with it. I hate to see your head explode. This was some good stew.
My luck, I'd probably.
I can't fix that. Oh, my hair.
Oh, my bad.
What other instant death weapon are you bringing out of the battlefield?
Oh.
How about the Auto 9 from RoboCop?
Ooh. Not quite a lethal weapon in the same regards to most of our other weapons, mind you. But we are talking a weapon that fires, I believe that's also a 50 caliber. Fires a pretty fast 3-round burst. Yeah, I can see that being pretty deadly. You would not want to get tagged with that. Now, guys, I would love to keep this going because I can only imagine just how many more members of Super Friend have to come down to stop everybody. But I think we can save this for a part 2, where we will have made more rules.
No god weapons.
Until next time.
Weapons that are not godlike.
Now, this being said, our next live stream, which might even be tomorrow, depending on what we do, maybe we'll play Dauntless, who knows, will be about something that's not God-based. It'll be one based off of our own K-Man here. K, could you use the Necronomicon? I could, yes, that would technically be a weapon.
I was actually going to mention that earlier, too.
So could you. But we're going to be talking about board games. Yes, board games. No board ships with destroying lasers, magic wands.
Wait. There can be board ships due to the fact that there's a Star Trek board game.
Okay, anyways. this. Yeah, all right. Until next time, folks, I'm Kaiju hiding in the corner K.
I'm Necro hiding my fucking cannon dinosaur.
I'm Juggernaut Jared.
Reading from the Death Note.
I'm Subliminal.
Anybody else?
That's
Subliminal, you're muted.
Oh, right.
Who's muted?
He's
Okay,
muted.
I'm Subliminal.
I'm Rebel Vanity.
And I'm Mama Bear.
Deathgasm, of course. Until next time, folks, you'll see in the future. Oh my goodness, warp speed ahead. Warp factor 10. Peace out, everybody.
Wait, so who won?
In the future, let's try to reduce the level of God weapons, shall we? Next time we do this, we're just going to use wieldable weapons from fictional franchises. We're blocking out the technical capabilities of God weapons.
Okay, but just out of curiosity, what was the tier list here?
Okay, so if you want to talk tiers, we'll do 3 different tiers, okay? First of all, we're going to do my tier, which is the tiers tier, which is the character who has the least capabilities in combat compared to the rest of you guys, but has the swaggest ship. Going for defense next, and not counting Juggernaut's immortality loophole. Deathgasm definitely wins out on having the highest defense out of all of us. Counting the ships, however, that would be Rebel Vanity. Finally, if we're talking second law, we're talking about pure offense. We're talking pure offense, most dangerous one. Hold your crotch, don't go anywhere near them. Would probably be a tie between Subliminal and Necro Nick. Now you're probably saying, why not Mama Bear? She's coming up in the next list. You guys both have very high, world-ending weaponry. Right. The stealthiest character, like the one who would be able to walk down the street and probably not be noticed by everybody else, give the stealth contest to Mama Bear. As she is currently the lightest weight member of all of us.
And we'll give God tier to Juggernaut.
Tier-wise, we would definitely go at the bottom, Kaiju K. Y'all knew it was coming. Unfortunately, next up, I do have to put my buddy Deathgasm, because unfortunately, like me, he did not pick God weaponry.
I feel like I'd be able to take out a few of the gods. I think I'd be able to maybe go toe-to-toe with Nick.
And then the next place would be Nick. Not that you're lacking in anything, but unfortunately, the other people just have a lot more. Following that up, we have none other than Miss Rebel Vanity, who is also quite deadly. She's in the upper echelon. She's the upper tier. Right? But unfortunately, her weaponry kind of failed in comparison to Mama Bear's, so that goes Mama Bear. Which means, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, that goes with Subliminal next. Subliminal does have probably the widest array of capabilities thanks to the rings and the wand and the stealth suit and all that bullshit.
Then finally, we'll go with the immortal Juggernaut.
If we're talking pound for pound power, Juggernaut has enough time to write all our names in a notebook and close. That's game.
But he doesn't know
next
my
time we
name.
do this,
He only knows a part of it.
right? He has to figure it out. But just remember, that's how quick you can die from him.
True.
Literally, he hits your Facebook once, gets your full name.
Google search.
Yeah, just throwing it out there, like pound for pound, power for power. He's the character who has the most lethal ways of killing you without you having ways to circumvent them.
Actually, you'd have a hard time killing me because technically I have 2 names.
As do I.
Yes, but he just has to find your true name.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
First, middle, and last.
Actually, you don't even need the middle name.
Guess what?
You just
Guess
need
what?
the name.
Both of them just happened to be on my Facebook.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm referring to.
Okay.
Anyways,
Jared didn't know my name, I don't think.
Nope.
the biggest flaw is that Juggernaut has an ability to avoid all of our kill weapons multiple times. And
With multiple different things. He has literally a time suit and a time fucking dagger.
right, he can actually go backwards or forwards in time if he chooses so. He could go to a point in time where we didn't have all our gear and just stab us with a fucking dagger. And by the way, if you are killed with the dagger, your body breaks up and becomes more sand for the dagger. Which means every time he kills one of you guys, he just becomes more and more immortal. Now, once again, if you could somehow get the dagger off of his body, now mind you, it literally has to be off of his body, because even if it's like sitting in a sheath in his back pocket, the dagger will still protect him. If you have a way of getting that off of him, you're good. And you also have to do that in the time when you can't Google search your name.
Kaiju, technically, he can do that. You could do that by just, whatchamacalling it onto your ship. You can lock
I thought about that, and then I realized a small face flaw. Juggernaut knows my name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could beam him up onto my ship, and now he has the USS Enterprise to cruise around with and write people's names down.
Okay.
Right now, the only
I
person who
think
could
I'd be able to get the dagger off Juggernaut.
Yeah, but you have to remember, though, with the beta suit, I can go back before you would steal it.
I was about to say, the real way to kill him would be to somehow get him out of the beta suit. If you could somehow destroy or damage the beta suit enough, then yes, you could kill Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I could kill him with the Omnitrix. If I turn into a guy that's the size of a nanobot, go up Juggernaut's ass, and then turn into the guy that's like 100 feet tall.